All right, time to rank the five Indiana Jones movies from worst to best. Starting at number five, we have Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, this movie gets a really bad rap, and quite frankly, I think some of that bad rap is not warranted. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a good movie. Um, it's got a lot of really silly stuff in it. The mutt swinging from the vines, nuking the fridge. There's a lot of really dumb stuff in this movie. But I maintain that if this had not been an Indiana Jones movie, if this had just been some adventure movie with somebody else put into the role, I think it would have been better received and I think more people would have liked it. It just didn't have that Indiana Jones feel. So while I maintain that it's watchable, it's not good. So that's number five. Number four is the newest one, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Um, a good Indiana Jones movie has a lot of problems. There's definitely some, I've already mentioned in my review that I did not like the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character. The CGI was very suspect in parts. It just, it, but it felt like an Indiana Jones movie. It had that feel that you were on an adventure one last time with Dr. Jones. So it was a good movie, but it wasn't great. All right. So you have five, and then you have a big jump to four, and then you have a big jump to three. So three is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Kind of, it's kind of the black sheep, I think, of the original trilogy in that it was so different than the other two. The other two um, are very globe-trotting, um, searching for religious artifacts, Christian artifacts. I realize that the Lost Ankara stones are religious artifacts, but in one and three, they're searching for Christian artifacts, and I think that gave those two movies a certain feel. He's also fighting the Nazis in one and three. He's not fighting them in two. So it definitely is a very different movie than part one and three, but it's a fun movie. It is a roller coaster movie. It starts out with this with a dance sequence, and then it goes into a shootout, a fight in a bar, and then it goes to a plane crash, and then I mean it's just one action set piece to the other, and it's just a fun roller coaster. My favorite sequence in my favorite action sequence in any Indiana Jones movie takes place in the Temple of Doom. It's the rope bridge. I love that entire scene, the way it's shot, the way it's edited, the way it's acted. Um, Indiana Jones's decision to cut the bridge. I love everything about that scene. It's my favorite action sequence in any Indiana Jones movie. Um, but it was also very different, and it felt very different. And I don't think it had the same depth as part one and three. So because of that, it's my third favorite. All right, second favorite. Some people ain't gonna like this. But my second favorite is Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Um, it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a great movie. I didn't discover this one honestly until after I'd seen Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade. Temple of Doom was my introduction to Indiana Jones. I was probably 8 when I watched it. I was 9 when my parents took me to see The Last Crusade. And then it was after I watched The Last Crusade that I was in love with Indiana Jones that I found out what? There was a first one? Temple of Doom wasn't the first one? I went back and caught up with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Um, so great movie. Don't get me wrong. I just for me, um, Raiders and Last Crusade are very neck and neck. But Last Crusade kind of has that nostalgia. I fell in love with Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade. So Raiders of the Lost Ark, great movie, great action scenes, great opening, great finale, awesome character arc for Indiana Jones. Um, um, Karen Allen was great as the female sidekick or damsel or whatever you want to call her. Um, just an excellent, excellent, excellent movie. It's one of those foundational movies for Hollywood that set Hollywood on the track to creating these big blockbusters that we love so much. Raiders of the Lost Ark is number two, but number one is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. For me, it's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie. It's a movie about a father and a son. It's a movie about finding your faith. It's a movie about good versus evil. Uh, Great action scenes. Great character development. My favorite scene in any Indiana Jones movie So my favorite action scene is the bridge scene in Temple of Doom. But my favorite scene in any Indiana Jones movie is the last scene in this movie. Indy, Marcus, um, Dr. Henry Jones Sr., and Sulla riding off into the sunset. Man, that would have been the perfect way to end this franchise, but they just had to keep going. Last Crusade is an awesome, awesome movie, and I love it. So that's my ranking of the Indiana Jones movies, worst to best. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below.